Yo guys, oh shit, right when I started it, I almost tripped over that stump right there. Alright, so this video is about style. It's something more normal. It's not about philosophy, but I'm still gonna get philosophical because that's all I ever do. So before I start a video about style, I'll just give you a shot about what I'm wearing, like this. See? And the point of this is not to say that I'm unique or that I'm an expert on fashion or anything. And this is definitely not my main topic of thinking. But I do like to take some of my philosophical ideas and put them towards something that people can apply to their everyday life and choices, which would be rather than what career path do you take for the next 20 years, what should I wear tomorrow? What lipstick? Should I wear red lipstick or blue? Should I feel comfortable in these shoes, or should I wear the high heels? And the trick of the question is to not get too worked up about it. So you want to feel comfortable, you want to feel like you have style. The first answer is, do you want to be yourself? And if the answer is no, then the honest to God question is, unless you're some kind of what is it? There's a word for it. It's the crazy person. Oh yeah, sociopath. Unless you're a sociopath, you will have to be yourself to feel comfortable in your own shoes. Okay, now the second question is, when you choose a style, what is your age? So obviously, you know, being in your own style, you want to, go beyond clothing that you wear. How do you talk to people? What is your music choice? Are you doing it because you want to appear a certain way, okay, to your age group, right? Or are you doing it because it's actually what you like? Okay, so what is your age? Are you in your 40s? Are you in your 20s? Are you in your 30s? Are you in your 60s? When you're in your 60s, it doesn't matter what the fuck you wear. To be honest, when you're that old, in my opinion, you have earned the right to do whatever you want. Okay? So beyond that, I will touch on that based on, what I've observed. If you want a more serious answer. But what I'm going to say is, are you comfortable in your own shoes, and what age group are you in? Are you trying to be yourself? And beyond age group, I'll go ahead and throw that out the window once I say this. If you do want to be taken seriously by people, you have to consider the age group that you are in. If you're in your 30s, you're not some kind of rock star, and you're wearing cut up skinny jeans, and white sneakers are applicable, but you're like wearing cut up skinny jeans, it's gonna look weird. I'm only in my 20s, so I can do that. And the rules of fashion do change. People used to wear skinny jeans like unironically as businessmen in the 90s and in the early 2000s, and for a while there, tapered business pants were tapered to be almost skin tight. And now that's not so much the case. Now it's a lot about slacks that are loose cut, and the top is a little bit more fitted. So when it comes down to it, just remember, this video is not going to be purely about fashion rules. This is some advice I'm going to give you to feel comfortable as a person in everything you do, not just your clothes, but applying it to clothes. How does one find their style? Let's go for the question that I did not answer yet. Are you comfortable in your own shoes? So when you choose an outfit, you say, I'm going to wear these clothes today. Are you thinking about someone else's shoes? Are you saying, I would like to be in that person's shoes? I want to be like, here's a horrible example. I want to be like Kanye. So I'm going to dress like Kanye. Don't do that, because you're not going to feel comfortable. Even if subconsciously you feel like just avoiding the street sign there, although you probably saw one already. subconsciously you feel like you know, you want people to treat you like Kanye West, and you go to dress like him, or you go to dress like a rap star or whatever. And that's probably what most people are gonna do. They want to dress their own style, but they dress like the rap stars do. They wear skinny jeans and, you know, like a big old jacket. Some kind of like, you know, some people wear like, they'll wear like chains and shit. The answer to that question is, if you do this, you're not gonna feel like yourself. So is it really your style? The second thing you need to think about when you choose shoes to wear, and this isn't literal shoes, it's just a metaphor, is if you want to feel comfortable as a person, you have to pick shoes based on what you think already looks good. Okay? When we talk about your intentions with style, you do have to realize that normal is not a thing. Okay, the best way to look normal for anybody, you will pretty much automatically refuse any appeal for people thinking you're unique or attractive by doing this one easy step. Wear a regular t-shirt and jeans. Pants that fit you normally and a t-shirt. Because that is like almost like the vanilla ice cream of clothing. Without flavor. Can't go wrong, but can't go right. You didn't add any chocolate or cookies or anything to it. So if you really want style that's normal, get a normal haircut. Don't color your hair. Don't just, cut it. Basically, you might as well just shave your head. Unless you're a girl, just grow it out. Or if you're, non-binary or whatnot, just do whatever you want. Or hell, if you're non-binary, you can shave your head too. Because then you're just, you're going for the vanilla. You're that basic slate. Or, if you're a RuneScape character, do the brown pants, bald head, green shirt looking character. But you want to have style, you have to do more and be courageous about it. All right, so once you've probably already, most of you who are looking at this, once you've done that, now start to take into consideration other things. How do your actions affect people? All right, so you're making a bold statement, right? I'm walking around out here holding a phone, recording a video. Most people can glance at the phone and notice that I'm recording a video, right? When I meet people, someone stops and says, "Hey, what are you recording?" That might not happen today, but it has happened before when I was doing things, or it might happen in the future, and I'll post it on YouTube when that happens. But unless they say something really bad, but so basically the point is your actions do affect other people, whether or not you believe it. This is a wake-up call. Your actions affect other people, and so forth. The clothing you wear affects people's decisions when they choose how to view you, how to react to what you say, and how they're going to treat you in the future based on how you act. So when you're wearing certain clothing, right? So let's further this into style over time. Now that you've chosen basically that you are going to have a style, and nobody can tell you you're wrong for having that style, now you have to decide what kinds of things define you. And this is the tricky part. A lot of people don't know their interests. Alright? So here's the trick. You know how I said don't dress like Kanye West to be Kanye West? Well, that's true. Don't do that. But if you like his clothes, then do it. And it's even better if you like his music, because people look at you and think all the things that you're into, right? So if you are constantly listening to rock and roll music, right? Don't feel scared to wear the clothes that they wear if you like the way it looks. Not to appear like you like rock and roll, but because you might like the way it looks. And learn to admit to yourself that's the highway. Learn to admit to yourself that, oh my God, this is so loud. I don't even know how it sounds. All right, anyways, learn it's so fucking loud. Got all the fucking cars. What if I just jump off this bridge? Oh, no. I accidentally zoomed in. Hold on. All right. I might go on the bike path for this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so let's go on the bike path. All right, so learn to admit to yourself when you're lying. All right, so I'm on the bike path, right? And there's all these cars right here behind this fence. Anyways, one more time. Learn, I'm just gonna pretend this is me emphasizing it. In fact, it is me emphasizing it. Learn to admit to yourself when you are lying about your own style. When you feel like you might not like it, and you feel a discomfort with who you are. And by now I've probably lost most people's interest just from all that noise. Anyways, when you literally feel uncomfortable with yourself and you're not sure why, you might have to learn to admit that you don't like your own style. And this goes beyond clothing. Right? And then you can take everything I'm saying right now, and I will get philosophical. And you can apply it to yourself in your actual daily life. So let's think about it like this. You don't like your style for what reason? It's too boring, or it's too colorless. I obviously don't wear all black every day. I do wear dark pants a lot. But sometimes if I had white pants and I'm not walking around outside, I might wear those. And why would I do that when I want to look normal? Because I like the way it looks. So that's what people need to do, is admit that they don't like their style because they don't like the way it looks. They don't feel like they're in their own shoes because they don't like their own style. You don't like the way that you talk to people or interact, or the music that your friends listen to, so you feel uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with opening your mind and liking other people's styles of living and behavior. But if you want to learn to broaden your horizons, the general rule of thumb is you must first have shoes before you can walk outside. So you need to walk in your own shoes if you want to broaden your horizon to have a more interesting style. And that's really what's important here. And this is why I say you need to learn when you are lying to yourself. Because if you feel like you have no style, or you feel like you're just a copycat, then perhaps that's not your style. So now that you've found out that you're wearing somebody else's shoes, what's the next step? Well, the next step is figure out what shoes you think are a nice color. And this goes beyond actual shoes. So, you can apply it to a career. But like I said, I won't get that deep this video. The point is, once you have your new shoes on, you can now add other basic staples to your style. You can figure out, do I prefer dark colored clothing or light colored clothing? Maybe you're a bit of a hippie, so you like to wear, you don't have many media interests, but you really love nature. So consider wearing some shoes that reflect that. Some pants, the best bet for anyone is dark colors or jeans. If you like light colors, and this, I say this is because if you're not concentrated on your pants, it's gonna draw, you're wearing light colored pants, it's gonna draw attention away from what you really want people to focus on. Say you have an organization that you support, or you have a necklace that you want people to look at. That's a yin yang, Say you just got really nice shoes. Or anything else. Then wearing dark colored pants, or just normal basic default pants, is the best bet. And this is why I still do that to this day. Jeans are a great staple. Now say I want to make an effect on somebody, I'll roll up my pants. And you can apply this to your life. Like I said, this is where the philosophy sets in. Is you do not have to be crazy everything. Say you're a musician, you make crazy music, right? The point is that something in your music has a harmony, and that's why people listen to it. People listen to your music because it sounds good, but it's still unique in some respect. But every song has a rhythm. It still goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But some guy realized that every song back then, okay, and let's say it went this way. I don't know if it did. I'm not a musical historian. But say every song was in 4/4. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Some guy got bored and said, let's make a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You know what I mean? So you gotta learn when it's appropriate to step outside of your style to make something unique. There's a big, massive kids up there. I'm just gonna keep on walking.
You're so close.
You got it. You can make it. Do it. Hey, you having a race?
You got this.
Me?
That's right.
I got this. All right.
That's right. Go.
Woo!
Go. Go.
Hey, oh, keep going.
Go to the center.
I'm scared. Ah! Ah! Run away. Yeah, see, I don't even know where I am right now. But anyways, now that a bunch of people just told me to run with elementary schoolers, that's how it expands. Is when you're too worried about being normal, you don't have any fun. And I don't just do those things when I'm recording myself. I don't just do it on camera. I think it's fun to interact with people. So that's the point. Is that expands into your style, your clothing that you wear, your style of music, your style of things that you're into, the friends that you interact with. That is style. People say, "Oh, I don't fuck with those kinds of people. That ain't my style." What they mean is they just don't find it fun. And a lot of people, and this is why I'm saying, how to find your style, not how to find style as if it's an objective thing. Look up the definition of the word, right? And you'll find that it's literally just how something goes, how its general rhythm flows, if I could paraphrase it in some hippy dippy way. You know what I'm saying? That is style. This guy has style. I'm saying everyone's got style. Everyone's got style of their own. But for those people like you who are watching this video, don't know how to find your style, you gotta learn to step outside your boundaries. You say, "Oh, I would rather just sit inside. I prefer just to wear, what's comfortable." Have a good day. But everybody's got style. Everybody has a choice. If you truly think that you don't have any reason to have style, then that's your next step. Once you've found your own shoes to wear, and you say, "Well, I don't need much else to do. I got this nice hoodie." Well, you can now step outside your boundaries and say, "Okay, is it style or is it good choices you're making?" So now you're in your own shoes. You made a couple of good decisions. You got, some pants you like and things like that. Consider those staples, just like anything else. You made a couple of songs you like, but how much did you change it? So, I will put these in bulletin points. It won't be necessarily what was in chronological order, but read them, hoping people are reading them. I'll put it in the description. It's down there in the description, right? So the point is, you have your own shoes, you have your own style, but you're not changing anything. You're still just wearing, if I just only did this every day, and I do like dark colors, but I have white shoes, and the dark colors help me take the attention away from the nice stuff around me. So there's that. The point of it is that if you do the same thing over and over again, can you really consider it style? And that's your choice to make. But style is something that you change, right? So this is a form of evolution that you make. You know what I mean? And this last thing I'm detailing right now, I might detail one more thing after this, is to change. This is the bullet point. Change your style. Learn that style is change, and style can be changed, and not necessarily completely changed different from what it was before, but evolved. That is style. Style is the outward reflection of your interpersonal evolution. How do you find your style? say you are naturally a depressive person, well then do nothing but wear dark clothes and grow your hair out or shave it off. My style was no hair. I shaved my hair. And it was because I felt like I had no reason to have hair. As simple as it is. And I could put it more complex or less complex. It just really depends on what my style of thinking is. That's what it is. So how do you define your style? How are you changing? How is your style changing based on who you are? If you think, well, I'm a boring person, well then do something about it. Change your outfit to be more boring. Then maybe if you're too depressed about it, at least you did something. You're too depressed to pick up a guitar and learn or go out and meet people. Well, at least you changed your style. And that, my friend, you can think about. If you are a very excited person, but you think you dress too boring, now you've livened up your life because you looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I am really wearing jeans and a gray t-shirt. And the whole world is so colorful. Can you really say that that is who I am? That is the way you must think about it. And like I said, don't let it be a contradiction. Let this, like I said, in anything that you do, let it be a reflection of who you are. Well, Waltzy, Flower Waltz, why are you wearing black? If you want people to know that you're a happy person, well, because to me, black is mystery. I find life very mysterious and exciting. And I have purple hair. And I wear a yin yang. Look, it's black and purple. Isn't that funny? I didn't even mean to do that. But thing is that once you learn to change and accept change, your style in your clothing and in everything you do becomes ever changing. People will say, well, Waltzy, Noah, I miss your old haircut. I miss when you wore this style of clothing. But I still do that. I may not have the same hair because I don't want to cut it, or I just like my hair. It's a nice purple mohawk. But I still wear nice clothing sometimes. It just looks a little bit more stylish. And that is how it works, my friend. It evolves and it changes. When you wear vanilla clothing, you will attract vanilla people. When you look normal, you will attract normal people. And if that is what you want, you just want to hang out with people that have very little interesting things going on with their life, then do that. You go outside wearing a collared shirt and jeans, then you will attract people that are interested in people that look like that. And in the same way, if you only listen to piano music in the car and you bring a girl into your car, or a guy that you're interested, or whoever, or you give a coworker a ride and they hear you listening to classical music and they say, oh, do you always listen to classical music? And you're just like, yes, I always listen to classical music. Is there something wrong with that? It's not very stylish. The answer to style is variety. You never see models wearing the same clothes every day. You never see artists living their whole life always wearing the same clothing. You never see people that make a difference in their families and in their community always wearing at least a mental difference. I'm not saying firefighters and police and all those people that work very hard make no difference, but even those people, it's okay to have style. It's okay to listen to new things. It's okay to have new ideas. That is what it chalks out to, is that if you want to change yourself, to find your style of life, and even, like I said, we can weave it all around to pretend I didn't just rant philosophically, which is actually the point of this video. I did plan that. You can go get a new pair of shoes. You don't need to have the money, because the thrift store is always open. Always people walking around at the park. There's always that panhandler that you might assume it's cheesy to talk to him. There's always that guy. There's always people out there, because there are billions of people on this planet. And when you change your shoes and you find your style and you go to the thrift store to get nice new white Reeboks that look really expensive, you can actually find yourself growing.